a system of architecture that will revolutionize communications. Imagine it to be like a network of buttons and switches.
It's people from different backgrounds, people from different countries, making it really a rich melting pot.
We really try to work on a holistic and cohesive story with all the other departments so that we really have one whole story to tell.
We had sessions, some people being in other places, some people even in other countries, and some of us sitting in virtual reality, and then everyone's working on their part, but it's all being put together.
The concept of the car is really to be a first installment, you could say, into our future direction for the Lynk&Co brand. So this is really what we wanted to do, create an idea of where we're going.
The reason why we called it the next day is because it's like the sun coming up. So we have this piercing beam of light as it explodes down the body side. And that's really the metaphor for what the next day is and what Lynk&Co design will move towards.
We took that very literally for the CMF concept. We captured the whole color scenario from the very dark tones in the night going into the next morning with this very nice transition into a beautiful orange color world. But the carpet will look really nice.
Yeah, that it will make all the difference.
We're trying to show that not everything just has to go down one track. There's always multiple avenues that we can explore. So the idea of hybridization is very important for us because it allows us to explore different themes at the same time.
The interior, we want it to be hybrid as well. So it's got a hybrid personality. It's a driver-focused GT. It's also very much a relaxing, almost a cinematic experience, which I think is quite fabulous.
The car will have screens that deploy, screens that disappear whenever it's not needed. It's not just about like showing functions, but it's about like creating a memorable experience for the driver and for the people that are sitting around the driver or seeing the driver from the outside. The car somehow, living that dream that the car is speaking to the outside world.
So there's this whole connection to the digital and physical world. We have an AR HUD inside the car, projecting augmented reality on the windscreen. And in fact, the black diamond surfacing of the upper structure of the car, the glass, it actually allows us to have a very, very, very large area for the augmented reality. Again, going back to this hybrid world, augmented reality and the physicality of things.
What was interesting about this project was the speed. The project in its conception and execution from first sketch to delivery of the final data was incredibly fast. It's the fastest project I've ever worked on. And that was frightening, but also very invigorating. It allowed us to trust our gut.
I think doing things quickly is actually quite a benefit many times because you're free to express yourself and it's almost a gut instinct and reaction. And I think you see that passion in the product.
We skipped some steps. We didn't have a chance to do a clay model and get all those surfaces by hand, but we have the experience with the team to do that. So we projected all that in CAS models, and then we did everything basically in virtual reality.
VR is just one of those tools that it's brilliant for what it is. Virtual reality allows us to also look under the skin. We can sit in the digital interior and experience the exterior. With the doors open, you can see the fade of the carpet.
Yeah,
and it's
magnificent.
And then, of course, this is echoed on the exterior.
Some of these beautiful movements and parts shape-shifting. Like, for instance, on the exterior, we have this whole rear deck lifting, and you have the transparent part, and all these things. It's unbeatable to look at in VR.
The screen works amazingly with the CMF, and the screens outside work very well with the form that the designer worked on. So for me, that is the darling. It's the overall vehicle experience.
I think it's a big brushstroke expression of the brand.
As the little kid that looked at cars and was amazed, you know, by those shapes, it's beautiful.
It makes you want to go out and drive. You know, it's like, I would like to have this car.
And you can have it all.